Aloha, my beautiful friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to be here with you. I'm Dashama, and we are starting the Flow State Challenge. Every day, I'm going to be coming live, sharing with you some amazing practices that can transform your life and help you to experience a lot more flow, which everybody could use this. And everybody, I want to introduce you to my best friend. This is mi amore, my baby angel puppy. Just in case you don't know her, she's the angel of life. Already 8 months. 8 months old. Can you believe it? I can't even imagine. It's amazing. Anyway, Mia Moore is always here to shine some love. And we've been getting up 5 a.m. club. 5 a.m. running around. How cute is she? Look at this. She got a haircut. And I have to just tell you, at first I was like, oh no, her hair. And I was so sad because she had really long hair. But now I think she's actually, you can't go wrong. I mean, look at this puppy. How could she be anything other than the cutest thing you've ever seen? She's so cutie. Say hi, baby. Okay. Anyway, she's not that good on camera yet. She's working it out. Anyway, super excited. So we've been doing the Flow State Challenge actually, and what I decided to do was stream it over here to the YouTube audience and let you guys all also be involved in this. We have 8 days left of January. How's your new year going? I hope it's going amazing. I hope you're having the best new year ever. And what the Flow State Challenge is really all about is taking it up a notch, getting more flow, more alignment, more manifestations rapidly flowing in our lives. And I've already had just tremendous amount of miracles. I'd love to hear about yours. Post them in the chat or in the comments if you are already a part of the community. We've been doing the Flow State Challenge from the beginning of the month, actually, and in the Flow State app. And if you aren't a member yet, you can go download the Flow State app. It's in the App Store. If you put in Flow State Yoga, you should be able to find it and download it for free. And the Flow State Challenge is in there. And you can actually watch all of the replays if you want. We had already 3 weeks of lives and everything, but we're just going to do the last 8 days of the Flow State Challenge here with YouTube, with the community. Thank you guys for being here. So excited. Let's see. Liz says, I'm already picturing the spiritual metaverse meetings. Oh, I love that. Well, maybe Liz, okay, I'm going to put it out there. One of the big dreams that I have that I'm working towards manifesting in the ether worlds, and you guys can help if you want, is the idea that, Mark Zuckerberg is creating what he calls Meta, the metaverse, and that's cool and all. But one thing that I have learned over 16 to 20 years of being on social media is that when the people that own the media are not necessarily spiritually evolved, then there's a lot of kind of limitations with that. So what I've noticed is that, there's enough people nowadays that are spiritually evolved that I feel it's time for us to rise up, unite, and create our own platform, which I'm calling the spiritual metaverse, but I'll call it something like maybe the conscious metaverse, a metaverse of conscious beings that really have an altruistic, sincere desire to see the world heal and evolve and to become a better place. So that's really what we're going to create eventually, and I'm putting it out there to the universe and everybody watching. I encourage and welcome you to put a little bit of love behind that intention so that we do see consciousness bringing together the world leaders and providing platforms for people to gather, because up until now the people that have been in charge have been censoring and having all sorts of different control mechanisms in place that makes it a little less enjoyable, let's say, to say the least. And besides for that, like, not real free speech. So anyway, let's put it out there. I'm holding space for that to happen. And besides for that, all the miracles that have been flowing for us in our tribe. I'd love to hear about the miracles that are flowing for you for this new year. This year is 2022. So 222, this is a master number of partnerships. So 2 is the number of partnerships, collaborations, union. So if you've really been wanting to take your life to the next level, that could be something that you might want to consider, which is, maybe focusing a little bit more on creating collaborations and partnerships. That's something that I've been doing, and I'm really, really excited about that. one of the big manifestations that's already happening that I'm super excited about is the event that we're going to be producing in Miami Beach this June. It was going to be in May, but I realized that was during the eclipse, and that's never a good time to do anything. So anyway, I decided, okay, not during the eclipse. We're going to do it for International Yoga Day in June, the weekend of June 20th. In Miami Beach at this beautiful 5-star, gorgeous resort on the ocean called the Faena. I know the owner. These guys are billionaires. They're really, really tapped in. They have crystals all over his beautiful, palace and everything. But the main thing that's awesome is it's going to be a TEDx event. And the theme is raising the consciousness on the planet. So click the like button or post a comment and let us know what you think about that. We're going to be bringing together some of the greatest conscious beings on the planet for this weekend of events, and so excited about that. I'll give you more details about that soon as we move forward towards the manifestation of this big dream. But besides for that, what's been happening with you? I'd love to hear about your manifestations, what kind of things you've been creating for the new year, and what's really been flowing for you. And let's see, Lori says, I've been catching all the replays daily. Oh, good. Yeah, so we've been doing this every day in the Flow State app. Like I said, if you didn't download the app, you can go ahead and do that. It's at theflowstate.app, and it's really a cool community. I love the Flow State community. It's my tribe. It's our people. If you're looking for a spiritual conscious people, this is the tribe, and we're growing exponentially. Let's see, Liz says, the action plan for my artwork release is underway. I love it, Liz. That's so exciting. Liz is one of the most beautiful, talented, tapped in artists that I've met, doing like incredible spiritual artwork. I can't wait to share more about Liz's art, which I will be working with her more definitely soon, hopefully. And there's a lot of beautiful collaborations that are going to be happening, not just in 2022, but beyond that. Because I truly believe in order to achieve our life purposes, we have to work together. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to try to do things alone, right? On this planet, we're all here together. Why would we want to do everything alone? So find people that are connected to your vision, your mission, your purpose of life, that are similar, moving in the same direction, and co-create. Another cool thing that we are creating is, I've talked a little bit about this, but the Children Are the Future initiative. Let's see, Liz says, share in the Joy Tribe. Yes. So the Children Are the Future initiative, we had a huge breakthrough, exciting thing happen this week, which was we got approved for our tax exemption nonprofit status. So we were already approved as nonprofit, but we got our tax exemption, which means that any enrollment for our programs are 100% tax deductible, which is huge. So anybody who's ever wanted to do a program with us, any of our teacher trainings, our training and retreats, our online programs, even the app or anything that we offer is going to be 100% tax write-off, and that's really cool. We're also going to be setting it up so that we can receive cryptocurrency. So if you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any cryptos, we can also accept that happily and with open arms and open hearts. And you can get a tax write-off for that as well. 0 taxes on anything that you invest towards your flow state education and evolution. So that's exciting. The universe is like, yes to flow state. We want to support this energy. And then I actually met a guy who's super interesting. I was literally just walking outside with Mia Moore, and him and his beautiful goddess queen are having a baby. They already have 2 other babies, but basically they have a baby factory. They're so adorable. And one baby is named Lion. It's the cutest family. Anyway, super nice guy. He's a neuroscientist, also very much obsessed with flow state. And he decided he wants to introduce me to all these philanthropists to help us with the Children Are the Future initiative. So that's really exciting. Another thing that I'm putting out there for the Children Are the Future initiative is I would love to get an introduction to Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, because I heard she's giving away $4 billion per year for important causes to help the world. So anyway, anybody who knows anybody connected to Mackenzie Scott and her $4 billion per year philanthropy, please introduce her to us. We are very, very open to that. Let's see, Lori says, asked a friend for help today with my website since I seem to have gotten stuck. Oh, good. Ask and you shall receive. It is all in divine order. Liz says, great, Lori, feels so wonderful taking a big step like that, doesn't it? Yes. I'd love to see you guys celebrating each other and supporting each other's dreams, because that's what this community is really all about. So anyway, so every day this month we've been going through different topics. So if you didn't catch it from the beginning in the Flow State Challenge, you can go back and watch the replays and join. But we went through like creating your dream life, your best case scenario, your best case scenario dream day, your best dream year, and your best dream 10 years, and how to get rid of blocks to the flow through various practices. We did a 7-day green smoothie cleanse. I can't wait to hear about how that went for you guys. Who here did the cleanse? If you're in the chat, in the comment, let me know if you did the cleanse. I know Liz was doing it. I would love to hear how it went for you. Let's see, Lori says, definitely manifested the person to help me with my website. Oh, that's so great. Sometimes we underestimate the power of these little wins. You know, you can look at that and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's huge. You know how many years it took me to find somebody that was like actually a good web person? My current web guy is literally a dream come true, but it took me literally like 16 years to manifest him. Actually like 15, because I manifested him last year. But basically I worked with a lot of really bad ones that kind of screwed me over and didn't do a good job for like 15 years. And then finally, I don't know why, I had some kind of like recurring trauma around that. So I finally cleared that, and I ended up manifesting the best person in the universe. And he's so reliable and so above and beyond. And he always does more than asked. And he's really good at everything. He's also the one that built our app. And he's done like so many things that I just can't be grateful enough. So anyway, putting it out there that if you do manifest something like that, it's a big win, not a small one. Let's see, Liz says, I felt so good and victorious to do the smoothie cleanse. Amazing, Liz. That's so cool. I know I saw you making your smoothies and dancing, and that is the vibe right there. And I just want to mention it. Let's see, David says, I'm on day 8 of the cleanse, down 10 pounds and still going. Yes, David. That's the coolest thing I've heard all day. I'm telling you, when I first did my first, well, I've done lots of smoothie cleanses, but that's why I wrote the ebook and I did that whole program, the Total Life Cleanse, because what you start to realize is when you lose weight, it's not just about the weight. It's about all the gunk that goes with that energy that was like stuck. So it's like, bye. And then you like elevate your frequency into a whole new vibration, and there's so much that goes along with that. So that's why I love helping people cleanse, and fasting and cleansing, especially with the green smoothie cleanse and or some of the other protocols that I teach, are literally like the secret sauce to the flow state, in my opinion, because we carry 90% of kind of like our happiness hormones are produced in your gut, 90% of them. So once you cleanse that out, they just flow so much better. So you experience more happiness, more high vibration, better mood and energy. But besides for that, right, you think, oh, that's just good and all, but like that is the catalyst that triggers all the other miracles, right? Because if you're feeling good and you're just like, yeah, life is amazing, like then all of a sudden the universe is like, oh, this person is a good vibration. We're going to just give them more things to celebrate. Like all of a sudden, all the things that you've been trying to manifest are all like just showing up. And you're like, wow, how did that happen? So that's why I'm so passionate about helping people with this flow state stuff, because it's not just like, oh, let me help you lose 10 pounds. Although that's a huge win, David, and I'm super proud of you. You should feel so proud of yourself as well. But think of that weight, like not just physical weight, like energetic, old stuff. It's kind of like when you cut your hair. You know, I know my mother was very spiritually connected to hair. So I remember she would never like us to cut our hair. And so years later, I finally realized why. So everything that you carry has a vibration and, you know, consciousness. But the nice thing is when you do cut your hair, if you do it with awareness, what you're actually doing is you're consciously letting go of the past, right? So that same thing happens when you drop weight or do a cleanse. It's literally like letting go of the old, like literal shit out of your life and like being like, peace out, I loved you, but now I don't. So thank you for leaving my life. I love everything and everyone, but at the same time, not everybody gets to come along for the journey moving forward. So that's the vibe, and I'm super excited and proud of you, David. Let's see, Liz says, I've had a pretty healthy relationship with food, yet this round eliminated my snacking when bored. So that feels liberating. Ah, that's amazing. I know you, Liz, and you're already in amazing shape. But yeah, it's so cool when even these little refinements change your life. You know, actually, like to me, cleansing is not always just like letting go. So it's literally like an ascension mechanism. It's like cleansing out the old, welcoming in the new vibration, getting to a whole new level of frequency and consciousness. That's what cleansing and fasting is for all of us, but particularly that's how I feel about it. Let's see, Liz says, I'd be happy to share more later and hear others' stories too. Please feel free to share and post in the app and connect with anybody who you feel connected to, because that's what the app is all about. Really like getting connected to the community and feeling that loving support from everyone. Let's see, Lori says, I did great for the cleanse, kept doing a couple days after, and I was prepared before, ready to do it again, but I'm doing half green smoothies, half green soups, and I'm going to end with the kitchery cleanse for 3 days before I start food this time. Hey, that's a great idea. Yeah, you know, like you can always mix it up. That's one of the things that this time of day, like all of a sudden the sun gets so bright. I always talk about that. Like I am all about flexibility, like make it your own. So instead of like following my exact protocol, you want to find something that really, really resonates and works for you in your life so that you get excited about it and stoked about it. And then you're like, I'm going to do this every year or every month or quarterly or whatever amount of time, but like just a regular part of your life. And think of it like you got to do your oil change in your car. You got to do your cleanse of your body. Let's see. Liz says, David, I'm so thrilled for you. That's got to feel so good. Yes. Anyway, okay. So today, as we are kind of starting the last portion of this challenge, it's like 8 days left of the challenge, or you could say 7. But anyway, basically the last week is really the pivotal week. Why? Because this is when you kind of set yourself up to win for the rest of the year. So it's not just like, oh yeah, that was cool, and I'm going to go back to my old life. No, it's like, no, actually after this, you want to try to consider like now you're a new being and you just created a whole new life for yourself in various ways, whether it's with a new vision for your life or new actions. We talked about the miracle morning, the 5 a.m. club, different habits, replacing old habits with new habits, different practices that you can really integrate into your daily life to bring you more energy, more vitality, help you to sleep better, help you to just feel higher vibration, connecting to other like-minded soul tribe, committing to your vision, envisioning that and calling it in. There's so many beautiful aspects of what we've been going over together in this challenge this month. And I want to encourage for this last portion, this last week of the challenge, the 7-day flow state challenge is really the true flow state challenge. Why? Because up until now, it's really just been preparation. Now we're going to start calling in those manifestations. So if you're like, yeah, it's been kind of building towards what feels like is, something big, that's exciting, because what we're doing now is really like anchoring it in to call it in a bigger way. Let's see, Liz says, oh, I do feel you on the early hour journey, David. Yes. David said, I'm really struggling with getting up earlier, though. I just can't get up at a consistent time, so I can't create any habits in my routine. Okay, so first of all, I will invite you to eliminate the word I can't, because honestly, that is probably the reason it's not working. I used to be like that too, though. I'd be like, oh, getting up is so hard. And then what I learned was if you go to bed earlier and you don't eat late, like that's the nice thing about the cleanse. Like if you don't eat after a certain time or don't even have smoothies after a certain time of the evening, your body naturally will wake up earlier, because the food in your belly is a lot of times what makes you want to sleep longer. Number 1. Number 2, drink more water, have more hydration. Definitely helps. I take magnesium before bed. And if you want to wake up at 5 a.m., you literally do need to go to bed earlier. So you have to go to bed like 9:30, maximum 10. When I go to bed after 10, like 11, it's hard, right? Because it's like 11 till 5 is only 6 hours. That's really not enough sleep. You need to get at least 7.5. So go to bed earlier, and then getting up is like not even an issue, right? It's like, okay. And it feels so good. It's not like, oh, I gotta get up. It's more like, yay, so stoked. So like today we got up, we went, I always get up and go down to the beach with Mia Moore, and she loves it because she gotta go to the bathroom in the morning. It's nice if you have a pet, because they love to get up and go out in the morning. So she's motivating for me. But I had her before and I wasn't getting up early. So it's not just because of her. It's actually an intrinsic motivation that I developed, and I didn't have it all the time. this summer I was getting up at like 8. So you can change yourself, you can change your life, and you can make that commitment, that decision, that disciplined action. But it starts with the evening routine, right? So maybe today I'll just go over a quick evening routine that can support you, because that's super important. Even if you're not going to get up at 5 or 6 a.m., but like just having a good routine in the evening will set you up to win in the morning. So I think one of the key things is drinking a lot of water, hydration. I always take magnesium before I go to bed. I love that calm one that you drink. And I also take melatonin. It really helps me sleep really well. Lots of hydration, like I said, will help you to feel more rested. And a couple other things. Don't be on the phone or have technology, I think, near you within like an hour of going to sleep is a really good habit to build. And that includes TV, that includes any technology, computers, phones, iPads, or anything like that. If you want to, you can listen to something inspiring or read or write in your journal or just meditate. I like to use my sound bowl. So this is something I like to do before bed, and just breathe, connect to the frequency that this carries, which this is called the abundance chalice, and just connecting to that energy and breathing and visualizing and feeling the expansion of your dreams, your goals, your visions, manifesting easily, just everything flowing. Those are things that are really good before bed, right? So like if you're typically going to bed just like, right off the phone or whatever the typical thing, you want to shift it out and then do a different way. And then set your alarm. You got to do an alarm in the beginning for sure, and make it a habit. There's a woman who did this thing called the 5-second rule, which I think is brilliant. It's basically like you have to get up out of bed 5 seconds from hearing the alarm, because if you don't, then you'll hit snooze and the whole thing is sabotaged. So you just tell yourself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. And once you're up, then go to the bathroom, start doing things, drink water, lemon water, things like that, really right away. Then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm up. Instead of like, all right, now let me crawl back in bed. Because you're going to disappoint yourself if you crawl back in bed and you're going to be like, this is not who I am. And you have to really, feel good about who you are. And so don't disappoint yourself. You can do it. And if it's a commitment to yourself, you're like, I am getting up early. Why? You have to have a reason why, not just be like, because Dashama said it's a good idea. No, that's not a good enough reason, honestly. You have to be like, because I'm shifting completely into a whole new frequency and vibration, and this is changing the entire mechanics of how I perceive myself, my identity, who I am. And because of that, I am becoming the person of my vision, of myself, my future beingness is dependent upon these actions that I take today. And that reason could be strong enough, but you might have to find a little bit more for your own self that's personal, something personal, like a real reason why. And that will get you up in the morning. For me, it's because lots of reasons, but one of them is I really do see myself as, a world leader and all these things. So I realized that getting up late, it just doesn't give me enough time in the day to get everything that I'm working towards accomplished. And when I get up later, I see myself really falling behind, and then I don't get everything done. And then I feel like I'm kind of always a little bit behind. So instead, I'm like, I'm going to get ahead. Why would I want to be behind? And I can do that. And you can do that. So what I've been doing is I get up in the morning and then we go outside and we sing and we dance and I do some workouts for 20 minutes. Now that's the key. That was the key in the 5 a.m. club, is you got to get up and work out right away, whether it's yoga, dancing, breathing, moving, singing, whatever you got to do. All those things are things that I love, and they are things that have been very, very effective to get me awake and not want to go back to bed. And then the other thing is have something energizing to drink. So I've been loving yerba mate. I also have different drinks that are energizing and stuff. So those are really beneficial. We're also going to be releasing our new product, the Flow State product, and it's got a little bit of psilocybin microdose, which I don't currently have any right now, but I'm excited about this because I did this last year and it was a game changer. I wrote 300 pages of my book, The Flow State, while I was taking this every day, just a small amount in a capsule mixed with other things like lion's mane and chaga, mushrooms that are good for your brain health, your cognitive, development, focus, clarity, all the good things. We're going to have that available coming up in February. What else is going on? Oh yeah, we got the TEDx event with the International Yoga Day in June. We got that cool new product that we're releasing. the Children of the Future coming along with our nonprofit status, getting all things ready. We got the new teacher training manual, 300 pages almost, which I'm so proud of that. It really turned out amazing. And oh, one other thing that I'm really excited about, which I didn't mention, but you might have seen Tony Robbins. He did like his live events on Zoom with like 20,000 people. And so I have a meeting with the people that created that huge like room of TVs with all the people. And we're going to be talking to them about creating something like that for us, for the children of the future, so that we can get all of these teachers. Because our goal, our mission, our vision is to train every teacher in the US to teach yoga and meditation so that they have the skills and the tools for their own life and also for the children in their classrooms. And we really believe the children of the future, and this is going to change the world. And so we are talking to these guys about potentially building us one of those amazing video, I don't even know what you call it, conference, kind of like a convention center with like Zooms. Anyway, so I'll keep you posted on that. So we're calling it in, and also potentially calling in, maybe Tony Robbins will sponsor it and really support the Children of the Future initiative. So put out a good vibe for us on all those dreams that we have, and we'll be holding space for all your dreams and all your goals. Let's see. Lori says, my husband has been looking for a puppy, and I had a dream about taking the dog to my yoga class, and I already feel this is so, yes, you gotta get it. My puppy's my best friend. Let's see. Liz says, yes, I can attest to an evening routine bringing in a better sleep, leading to a sweeter morning. Oh, yes. Liz, puppies in dreams are always wonderful. Yes, Mia Moore is my best friend. She's the best puppy. Lori, at the Great Wolf Lodge, they do daily kids 8 a.m. yoga. It's the funnest thing. Yay, that's the best. Liz, like a summit for the children of the future. Yes, exactly. But it'll be every week. Anyway, got to get going because today is actually the Flow State teacher training live. Every week on Sunday, we have our live workshop, and so we're starting that in like 20 minutes, so I got to get going. Anyway, super excited to complete the last week. This is the Flow State Challenge, and if you are excited about it, definitely check it out on YouTube. Spread the word. Feel free to share the video, let your friends know about it. We are here to support you and everything that we can to ensure that you have the best year of your life, that you really stay in flow, connect to your highest energy frequency available to you, and then anchor it and see it manifest your dreams, your vision, your mission rapidly with the help and love of a supportive tribe and community that wants to see you win. Okay, I love you. Mwah. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And for those of you in the teacher training, I'll be seeing you in just a few minutes.